All right, so I know everybody's been wanting to see the bus, and I just dropped those. But now we're back to it. We had SEMA, which we built the slingshot for, which took us about 2 months, and we have this other build that y'all haven't got to see yet. And Richard's had bought a lot of cars in the last 3 months, and we've had to do a lot of work to those. So now we're finally getting back to it. We're gonna try and knock it out. We're gonna have put everybody on it, and hopefully before Christmas it's done, which means you'll see the last video maybe end of January. So we're gonna try and knock it out, and we're gonna go from there. We're trying to figure out where we left off because it's been a while. So sit back, crack a cold one, and we're gonna get after it.
It's all hands back on bus?
Yeah, it's all hands back on bus. We're gonna try and do this without lifting the body off again. So we're gonna finish up our fab on the Firewall, finish up our last fab on the body, and then hopefully don't have to pull the body again.
I prefer not to.
Right.
But I mean, what would we have to pull it for? Is it full of mud under there?
It's full of mud under there, and then the upper part of the Firewall, we're gonna pull our panels back off and see how much room we have, and hopefully we have enough room to finish that out.
Huh. All right, well, we had to take a break and build that Mustang, but now I need this thing done, and ready for paint.
Right. I'm hoping to have it done by Christmas.
I don't think we worry about anything on the inside yet, do we?
Well, we're
interior-wise?
No, not that yet, but we're gonna have to pull the dash and stuff back out, so we don't catch anything on fire.
Great. Okay, well, they sent us the wood. It's the same wood they use in all their stores. It's
right.
some kind of indigenous to Louisiana down there where he's at. And we've got to get the compressor.
Generator.
Okay, you say compressor, you say generator, I don't care. Whatever power.
Yeah, we got to get the generator in there. So yeah, we got a lot
Mount
of fab
all
work
those
still.
things up there. Shit, that's a lot. All right, well, get to work. What are you doing in there, man?
Oh, just trying to figure out how we're gonna lay all these seats out.
Really?
Where we're gonna put it, yeah.
Great minds think alike.
Yeah, what's up?
I happened to find out just a second ago that there is a little convention going on over in Grapevine that is like a bus and sprinter conversion convention, and there's supposed to be a couple of sheet manufacturers there. So while I was hunting around on the internet and everything, they were like, well, why aren't you at the convention? And I was like, what convention? And so they told me. So now we're going. So let's go look at seats for reals. How wide are we?
We are, I believe it was 90. Yeah, we're 90 inside wall.
Well, what about this lip?
This lip right here. So that we can use that that's what they originally used to bolt seats down to the floor.
Okay,
so,
well, how wide is that on each side? Inch, half, 2 inch?
Yeah, I think that's inch and a half. Yeah, inch and a half.
Okay, well, let's keep that in mind, and let's rip out there and go look at these seats.
All right, well, let's go.
Maybe we get lucky and find some, and we can put them in. We're here at the Chauffeur Driven Show. I just found out about it. We've been searching for seats for the Canes bus, and my guy David here from LGE told me that I needed to come to the show, and here I am. And now you're going to introduce me to who?
Chris and Eric. Eric's from Premier Products.
Eric, how you doing, man? Premier Products. You're the seat guy I've been looking for.
Yes.
I like that suit, man. Look at that.
I like your suit.
I've got a lot of suits, and I don't ever get to wear them. I have to dress like this every day. It's horrible.
That's
but
how I like to do it, too.
so we've got a 87
87.
Chevrolet bus that we're redoing. We just took the entire body off, and we started with a brand new 5500 Duramax chassis. And we were able to get it under there without changing the chassis or doing any modifications to it whatsoever, except for moving the front axle up 3 inches on the leaf springs, correct? Oh, look at me go. And so we used the original Firewall out of the brand new truck also. So all the plugs, all the everything is exactly the same. Truck runs and drives great. And we are now trying to combat the seating problem because we want to have the safety issue plus comfort. And I'm up here to see what you guys got because I've been searching all over the net. And I reached out to David at his place, LGE, and he goes, there's a convention in town right now. I said, problem solved, hopefully.
There we go. Let's show you what we got.
Killer. I don't even have to have a badge or anything. I must be popular.
You are. You're good. So how many seats you looking to put in the bus?
Well, we've got 5 rows, but we are putting a big generator in the back underneath an Onan because this is also going to be a promotional vehicle. We may need power to power up TVs, stages, all kinds of different things. And running extra power off the engine was just not going to be enough.
Okay. You going to do any type of battery setup? Like lithium batteries, solar panels?
No.
Probably not.
Okay.
Just run a generator. It's not a vehicle that's going to be put into commercial work. It's literally just a vehicle that's going to be.
It's a promo piece.
It's a promo piece for Cane's Chicken Fingers. They own about 700 plus stores all over the place.
Okay.
And what we want to do with that, or what he wants to do with that, is he's real big about taking care of his employees, and he likes to show up unannounced, take his employees out. I mean, he'll shut down the store and take his employees out for a good time. So he's a really cool cat.
Nice.
All right.
So there's a lot of different options for the chairs, and we have them on office chair pads just so you can kind of sit and feel them and see what works and what doesn't. So
we're not worried about the massagers and all the cool stuff. We need utilitarian.
Okay.
We need to look cool, and then Chase, you're gonna have to talk to him about sizes because he just measured what we had in there.
Right. So we have 90 across.
Okay.
From wall to wall, and then we have these little brackets on the side where a school bus would normally mount the seats on towards the wall side.
Okay.
And they're 10 inches high. So I don't know if there's a seat that
we can get rid of that if we need to.
Yeah.
But
So you got 90 inches width.
Yep.
Luxury shuttle seats.
Okay,
Yep.
so what we want to do then is so this is more of a captain chair.
Yeah, we
okay,
get it.
whereas this would be more of like a shuttle, higher end shuttle type seat.
Correct.
So I would check this one out over here. It's got a lot of bolstering, looks
it's
really
really
cool,
yeah,
very
how
comfortable.
big is it across?
19.
So this is a 19 inch.
So you're going to be about 22 outside arm to outside arm.
Do we have to have the arms?
You don't. So what you can do is if you're going to have like a 2+1 setup, 2 on one side, 1 on the other.
We really want 2 and 2.
Okay.
Is that possible? At
So
90 inches?
if we did them without the arms, we would be probably like 76, which will give you like a 14 aisle.
So this one's 19 and this one's 17.
So that's 19 also, but we can make both of these in a 17.5-inch width.
Okay.
So basically we're going to need, do you have a floor plan?
It's just a big old square.
Yep.
Okay. And as far
we're
as,
thinking that we would like to go 5 rows on one side and 4 rows on the next, so that we
Okay.
have a square that they can chunk stuff into. And
okay.
maybe luggage, but maybe coolers. Who knows?
Okay. So one of the cool things is whatever seat we pick after we get all the specs worked out, then we'll basically custom brand it to whatever you want. So if you're branding from what company again?
Cane's Chicken Fingers.
Cane's Chicken, whatever their corporate colors are, put
That's
their
what it'll
logos
be.
on the headrest, we can do all that.
Exactly. So if we gave you whatever the square is, told you where this little 10-inch
We'll
strip
figure it all
is,
out from there.
we can trim that out. We can leave
Yep.
it there. And then we've got wheel wells that we have inside the bus. It's not flat.
Okay.
So we would need to, now your seats are going to come with the boxes they mount on and just,
So basically, if you're going to do 2 on each side, you're going to have 2 seats mount to a rail,
Okay.
and then you're going to have legs underneath that. So the setup that was in there, that's in there now, was it a wall floor mount?
Wall floor mount.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you want to maintain that?
We
It's
don't
up to
have
you.
to. We don't have to. Whatever's easier.
Okay.
if we can maintain it, it would probably be easier.
Okay.
That wall
So if we
floor
had
is
to
10 inches
if we had to
10 inches
modify
up.
some rails to get it to fit, you're going to give us, basically where the track is on the wall, where it is on the floor, and we'll custom make the brackets to make it fit.
Okay. And
What about
then-
over the wheel wells? We can cut them down.
Yeah, we can cut them down. We do that. We'll do a short leg. So instead of having a 12-inch leg, we'll have a 3-inch leg.
Right.
So the aisle side, hopefully that clears the wheel well if it's a double seat.
Right.
And then the one that's going to be inside actually won't even matter. Do you know what the width of the wheel wells are?
No, but I can make that phone call in a minute.
They
Okay.
won't stick out of 2 seats. It'll be underneath the 2 seats. It's not going to go into the
Okay.
Yeah, it's the normal bench seat I believe is, I think with the 17-inch seat, I think it's since the seats that were in it were the 17-inch seats. If you were to double them up, that was the size of the bench. So
Okay.
it should cover that wheel well.
Okay. Yeah, so you're going to have 35 inches for a double. The wheel well's not coming out 35 inches.
No, it'll definitely be
So
under.
on the wall side, it's just the rail's going to go into the wall, and then the leg's going to sit on the other side of the wheel well and go right to the floor.
What about seat belts? What are my options, or are they required? Or?
So they are. We can do lap belts. Do you know what the GBW is in the vehicle?
No, I do not. So I believe
So essentially, we could
4500
do
or 5500.
5500. So
Yeah,
it's probably
22.5
Okay.
or 19.5.
So we don't have to do integrated belts.
No,
Okay.
no.
So you're going to want to do that anyway, because if there wasn't previously 3-point belts in there, then it doesn't probably have the right.
Well, we had a
bracketry
difference
for
in
it.
it'll be a difference in opinion because it's a brand new 5500 chassis, but it's a 1987 body.
So what do you
it
think the
didn't even
regulation
have
for that
seat
is?
Well, he's not going to be commercially using it, so
Okay.
I don't think how many passengers are you going to have in it?
belts.
More than 10.
10 and 4 is 18 plus
Yeah.
a driver.
So being that's not commercial use, he's not going to have to worry about having weight restrictions and lap or 3-point harnesses, right?
I know every state's changing their rules.
Well,
I'm fine with putting 3-point harnesses in as long as it comes to me with the legs, the bolt in.
Oh yeah.
I
So it's either going to be integrated belt like this, or you're going to have a retractable lap belt. So
think I'd rather have integrated belt like that.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
And I
That's
know
easy.
that's what my customer's going to
Okay. That's
he's,
easy.
he's like that.
What state is it going to register in,
Louisiana probably, or
Okay.
Texas. It'll either be Texas or Louisiana because he's got 500.
We can figure all that out.
Offices are here.
But if he wants a 3-point anyway, he might as well just do the 3-point. Yeah.
But my big thing is time frame.
Okay.
I mean, as always, if you've seen the show, I'm behind always all the time. And
That's the story of our life too.
exactly. So we're talking 5 on one side, hopefully 4 on the other.
How quick do you need them?
A month?
Yeah, at least.
We'll make it happen.
Okay. And free? No, I'm just kidding.
We can make that happen.
He can or can't?
We can.
Damn it. Always ask. But no, I think that this will be fine in the 17-inch. I think we don't put an arm on the inside wall.
We'll put
we only put them in the center.
an eye on
end.
the center.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And leave it like that because we're going to do custom wood floors and then all the way up to the wings coating of the bus in the wood, and then from there up it'll go. And worst case scenario, I think that needs to be clear so people can just lean over there and they don't have all this, and plus we'd be losing that inches.
Yep.
So, then what we need to get you is, I guess, a couple photos, a hand-drawn dimension of what we're looking at, and where the little tab rail is and what our height is on the wheel wells, right?
Yep.
we can AutoCAD all that. We'll get it from him and we'll put everything in AutoCAD. And
See, I don't know nothing about that AutoCAD stuff.
Yeah.
And then this type leather is fine if that's what we like. It's going to boil down a little bit to price. What's the rough price on a per seat on something like this? Because I won't have any. I don't know that I'll go this fancy in stitching or not.
So with an integrated belt, you're maybe in the $500 a seat range.
Jesus.
We can charge you more if it makes you feel better.
No, but that's
Really
about
not.
$9,000.
It's not bad.
Well, I don't know.
It's not bad.
I've never bought bus seats before or personal transportation seats.
So if you were to get rid of the 3-point belt, it'd probably be about $100 less.
Oh, really?
The frame's totally different, the belt's totally different, the rail legs. It's
Right.
structurally, it's a different animal.
I'll ask my client, but he's a pretty smart cookie, and I think he's going to want to go with the
Whatever,
3-point.
we'll take care of you.
And then if it's sitting there, then the outside will go in, and this one will go there.
Exactly.
Okay.
We can do it that way. They can all come from one side, whatever you prefer.
he was talking like similar to this color, right?
It's a little bit lighter than this color, and then his accent color is red, but on the tan that's going to be too much, so we'll probably end up going with a solid color, a little bit of contrast stitch of some
Okay.
sort, and the Canes logo on the headrest.
Okay, fantastic.
And or in this headrest, because we won't have one like
Yep.
this. This is fine. This is more than enough for what we need.
And that's a super comfortable chair. Do you sit in that?
I did. I like it.
we're on a break from this, we got the generator in, so that'll power up our AC units. But the biggest problem is where we're putting it, and the most, or I should say, the easiest location would be this back corner. We're gonna end up cutting the floor, and it's gonna have to protrude through just because we put so many air conditioners that big thing over there needs to go in the floor, up through it, and then we got to make a cover for it. So we're gonna cut it out, box the hole with angle iron to add structure to it, and then we're gonna make a cradle for the generator itself that it will have rubber isolators, so that way we get less vibration, even though that thing doesn't hardly vibrate as it is.
And it's really quiet.
It's really quiet as
Really
well.
quiet.
So that's the plan for back here. We're still doing some work on the firewall, but that should be finished up soon. And that's about it. We'll be done with Metal Fast. Hey, Fitz, can you grab that drill press off the table over there?
Huh? Okay, got it.
Ow.
It's still plugged in, man.
Easy peasy.
Thanks, dude. I don't know why you struggled to get that off the table. So we made our brackets and everything for the generator. Now we have to drill into the frame so we can mount our brackets. And then we'll have a generator in here. We can wire it all up and we'll have AC blowing. So by Monday morning we'll have AC. Ready?
How long is it going to take for it to drill in?
It shouldn't. With that drill press, it shouldn't take very long. We're probably going to be drilling for 30 to 45 minutes. But that's if the bits are dull, but they're all brand new, so we should be fine.
About to break into a safe.
Oh yeah.
What it looks like.
Can you get it?
Yep. It's about the spot.
Is it stuck on there?
Yep.
Sounds like we got some noise back here. Working on the old bus. So what's going on?
So we got the generator all mounted up. We got one AC unit just kind of there, so we're testing to make sure everything's working. No vibrations, things quiet.
Why is it so far up in the cab?
Because of how big it is. To run all these AC, we gotta have a big generator.
Just go all the way to the bottom.
All the way to the bottom.
Jeez.
That's a big generator.
Can we get to all the access panels?
Yep.
What are we gonna do about wind?
What do you mean wind?
Air coming through.
Oh, we're gonna make a cover for it.
Little dog
That
body.
gets bolted down, and the seats will probably go right over top.
What about getting to the power?
What do you mean getting to the power? Once it's all wired up, we won't have to. Once you just pull the cover off, and then you lift this cover right here.
You got a lot
Yeah,
of
I'm
access.
talking about start and stopping.
Oh, they got this panel right here.
Okay.
So we're gonna mount that next to a breaker box. On
Back
the outside.
here or up there?
It's probably gonna be on the side of the seats underneath. You won't see it until you actually look for it.
But we got to still have access to get there. You know, sometimes, like on the Sprinter van, we've had trouble doing that.
Right. Well, in that case, you just lift the seat up and move it out of the way, and you got access to everything you need
I didn't know it was going to be that far into the cab.
to. Yeah, it's huge.
It's a long ways. Okay, so we're running. You got ACs running?
Yeah, we're gonna try both the last two and see if that should be fine on the generator.
Well, Is there a reason to have to check them out? I mean, isn't that like a bazillion freaking watts or whatever?
Yeah, well, the only problem is we're running pretty much right at the max amperage for the AC if we have all 3 units on. But we should be fine.
I like the way you say that. We should be fine. Just you mechanic guys in the fabrication shop.
Well, we're also going to add some soft starts so it's not pulling so much amperage when it fires up and stuff like that. So we'll be all right.
Come tell me the firewall, man. I want to know what's going on up here.
So we pulled our dash back out, and we're pretty much just doing our final welding.
We did what now? Pulled the dash
We
back
pulled
out.
the dash back out. We're starting to do our final welding, but there was a bunch of stuff in there that we didn't want to catch on fire. So then after that, that panel goes up here. It gets all
It's
sandwiched.
all got to be seam sealed and everything, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. We have to. Well, we need to weld it first.
Okay.
Otherwise, we'll have fires everywhere. So.
And we're not going to have problems with water getting in.
Nope, because this gets sealed here, and then there's a gasket that goes over it, and then there's that cover that goes over this. So we'll be watertight.
We need to be.
We will be.
All right. This looks pretty cool. And we'll be able to unbolt it.
If you unbolt it, you can get to anything and everything right here. So that's why we made this removable. Because if not, it comes all the way out to here.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Yeah.
Freaking cool, man. All right, so that leaves. I've been working with Kane's guys on the design of the interior. They've got some crazy ideas they're coming back to me with.
Okay.
And then we've got windows is a problem. We solved our window problem yet?
Windows, I think we're going to have to pull them apart and paint those.
You told me when we bought and started this thing that you could get them new.
I know, except for that is the weirdest size window. They weren't the size I thought they were. They're the size width that I thought they were. They're just not the height that I thought they were.
Damn it. That doesn't work for me. I really like ease of use.
I know.
What about bumpers?
Bumpers, I found a brand new one there, and then a regular bus bumper is the same dimensions as that.
Okay.
So we're good on bumpers.
Because these are both tweaked a little bit.
Yep.
All right, man. Keep going.
We're going. We're rocking.
I'll give you 30 more days.